Hey friends, Dave Burkus here. Welcome back to the Daily Burk, and today we are talking about the difference between strategy and tactics. This actually comes from a real life scenario. About 2 weeks ago, I found myself in Singapore leading an executive ed session on entrepreneurial business models and strategy. And I noticed that a lot of people were suffering in the classroom from the same misconception I see in the real world a lot of times, which is blending strategy and tactics. When it comes to deciding your course of action, whether that's a business strategy, whether you're leading a major brand, or even if it's a personal strategy, here's how I want to get to achieve the things that I want to achieve, we have to differentiate between what is your objective, what is your strategy, and what are your tactics. So often we blend the tactics with the strategy, and then we say the strategy doesn't work. There's your winning aspiration, as Roger Martin would say, what you want to accomplish. Then there's your strategy, which is where are we going to play? What are we going after? What field are we in? What market are we in, etc. And then there's your tactics. How will you win? The best example I've ever seen really explaining the differences between these is actually that whole thing about the Trojan Horse. If you remember the story, Troy's objective was to sack or regain Helen. Their strategy wasn't the Trojan horse, that was their tactic. Their strategy was, let's use deception instead of brute force, right? That's the strategy, deception. The tactic is the Trojan horse. And we need to be clear about each one, because if we don't, we'll find ourselves thinking that we engaged in a tactic and in reality haven't taken any action because we're still in the strategy, or just having a tactic that doesn't line up with our winning objective. We need a clear differentiator between objectives, strategy, and tactics. Strategy and tactics are not the same thing. Now you know the difference. Now it's time to start laying out each one. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Daily Burk. Leave a comment below. Have you ever confused these two? Or have you seen a business that you've been a part of confuse these two? Leave that in the comments below if you can leave it without getting fired by said business. While you're in the comments, make sure you follow or subscribe to the show on whatever platform you're watching this on, because we're posting new episodes like this designed to help you figure out what you want to do, your strategy for getting there, and the tactics you need to engage in. We post episodes like this every single weekday, and I want to make sure you don't miss a single one. Thanks again so much for watching The Daily Burk.